Salams and welcome. We are busy now with story number 7. I'm sharing my life stories with you from medical school and ward round and in casualty. We've gone very briefly through my stories with dissection at medical school second year. Then the story of the X, a patient at Baragwanath Hospital came with an X in his head. Story of the neck, my finger in the neck of a patient to try and save his life. Then the story of how I deliver my first baby that was in Port Elizabeth. So the first one is Baragwanath, Port Elizabeth. Story of the seat belt at Baragwanath Hospital. Then the story of the mortuary or autopsy at Hillbrow Hospital or in Hillbrow itself. Now I've just got three. Today I'm talking about the hair. It's just a simple life lesson. The main focus here is just to prevention is better than cure. So I don't want to see people in casualty if we can avoid certain things. Like they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So I'm just sharing knowledge and I'm just sharing common sense. So please let me know your comments and how life has affected you. In my case, as what I told you, even though I've got four degrees as a doctor and a scientist, home invasion, spinal disability. I used to run a private hospital as well. But now I'm sharing knowledge with you, and I enjoy sharing knowledge. I enjoy acquiring knowledge. I learn till the grave. So thank you for all your words of encouragement. Sometimes it's very lonely sitting here in my room. I sit here 20 hours in my bed, 20 hours in quarantine every day for the past 10 years or more. I go out very rarely, maybe once or twice a year. I don't know when last I sat on a plane. So it must be many, many years. So keep your words of encouragement going, so at least I can share knowledge. So even though I don't see you, my thoughts and prayers are with you. So today's life lesson is basically a tragic story, and this has happened to a medical student, not at our university, not at West University, but it was doing the rounds. So even though we did not have cell phones in those days, but the news got to us very quickly. As medical doctors, we study very hard. So when you get your break, you really look forward to a break. So here there were a group of young students, medical students, young girls who went overseas for a quick break. I think it was 7 days or so. And before long, we heard that the young girl had passed away. And tragically, what had happened, they went for an amusement park ride. Okay, a ride on the amusement park in an overseas country, and this girl's long hair got caught in the chain, in the cabling of the amusement park, and it yanked her neck and she tragically died. It was a very, very sad story. So this young doctor, looking forward to her graduation, just going for a short break from the hard work that we as doctors are doing, and her hair got caught. So the life lesson is, so this doesn't necessarily happen to doctors. It doesn't just happen to students. Anyone who's got long hair, whether you're a man or a woman, please put your hair in a ponytail. There's no harm in putting your hair loose. Look, if you walk in a shopping mall, there's no amusement park in a shopping mall. So we must use our common sense and intelligence. So if you're in a shopping mall, there's nothing wrong. If you're sitting in a car, there's nothing. You can leave your hair loose. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about situations. Say, for example, you walk into a tube train. So just make sure your hair is in a ponytail, or just put in a scarf, or just hold it back. Make sure that your hair is tucked away, so your hair doesn't get caught in the doors of the tube train. Or even in a lift, you're going up in a lift. Sometimes the lift is so full, and we are right at the back, and our back is facing the doors of the lift, and our hair can get caught in the lift. And also a woman, sometimes with long skirts, your skirt can get jammed in the door when you're closing the door and your skirt is outside, or in the lift your skirt can get long. So all I'm just saying, let's just use common sense. I want to prevent you from getting into casualty wherever I can. So all of these are common sense examples. So today's lesson is very short. It's just a life lesson that resonated deeply with us when we were growing up at medical school. We are also human beings. And when one of our colleagues dies these tragic ways, then we like to share these experiences. And all of this has come because of the sad, tragic passing and death of our dear colleague and friend, Dr. Riyad Hussain, who passed away in this week, 2 days ago. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant the highest state of Jannah al-Firdaus and sabr to his family, to his wife, his father, his friends and family, everyone who knows him. Stay well and look after yourself and look after your health, and please be careful. As what I mentioned previously also, whenever you're taking a walk, whenever you're driving a car, please only use one earphone. God Almighty, the Supreme Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us 2 ears. It doesn't mean you must block both ears. I know stereophonic is nice. Do stereophonic listen in your bedroom when there's no cars coming. But if you are sitting in a motor car, for heaven's sake, just use one ear, like I'm using only one earphone. The other earphone, you keep it for emergencies. We are living in South Africa. Maybe there's an emergency, a neighbor needs some help. So one ear, you always keep it open. When you're walking in the street, you're exercising. I see it so often. People are walking with 2 earphones and they're just dancing. They don't care which cars are there, what's happening in the road. They're jaywalking. Someone is to bump into you. Fine, you're going to sue them. But who's going to end up in hospital? You're going to end up in ICU. You're going to end up in pain. You're going to end up with a lifetime of operations. So if you want to be smart, use one ear only. God has given you 2 ears. One mouth to talk, 2 ears. They say you must listen twice as much as you talk. So purpose of the ear is listen. Do double the listening. But the second point of the ear is use it for our benefit. Use our brains, logically and intellectually and spiritually. Only one earphone, please, for your benefit and for our children's benefit, and especially if you're walking or driving a car. There could be people hooting behind you and you can't be bothered. So please, let's not do that. One ear only, please. This is my best advice I can give you as a doctor. So I don't want to see you in casualty. Stay well, look after yourself.